Hey, what's going on everyone? I'm the OPJellicent and we're back here on Pokemon Showdown. It is currently 1:16 a.m., so naturally I'm doing a Mega Sceptile team builder for the OU tier, and I'm going to be testing out the team to make improvements. I actually have to head back to school in like 6 hours, so that's why I'm recording at 1 a.m., but ideally we can make it work right here. We have the core of Mega Sceptile plus Tapu Bulu, and I also do know this video is going live on a Friday, and usually I upload team building on Thursdays, but I did want to ladder up the account with that Garchomp video that you all saw yesterday, so that's why team building is a day late this week, but yeah, we can make it work right here. We have Sceptile plus Tapu Bulu, as I said. We have a 4 attack set right here. Unfortunately, the Earthquake is weakened by Grassy terrain, but we can make that work as well. We have Dragon Pulse and Leaf Storm for our stabs. Leaf Storm under the Grassy terrain is insanely strong, and then Hidden Power Fire mainly for Mega Scissor and Ferrothorn and whatnot. You can run Focus Blast too, but that's a really inconsistent move, so we're going with Hidden Power Fire right here. And then, of course, a really strong speed stat right here and special attack stat likewise. And 145 is actually really great to check Pokemon like Greninja after Battle Bond, Mega Lopunny. All those things are just outsped by this Zeraora, so that's definitely very cool. The Tapu Bulu right here is a Spadef set with the leftovers and Protect, just for some longevity. It does provide us Mega Sceptile with some passive recovery right here, which is definitely very good. And then, of course, the SD Sweeper is also a win con, so we have 2 Pokemon on the team already, and in terms of Pokemon that can cover all these guys' weaknesses, basically the combination of these are weak to Ice, Flying, and Poison, so I do want a Steel type that can go ahead and take on all of that. Heatran is definitely the best option. The other one would be Jirachi, but Heatran is definitely the way to go right here because it obviously has a really nice defensive synergy with Tapu Bulu right here, being able to go ahead and sponge ground type attacks with the Grassy Surge. And I think because of that, I'm actually going to go ahead and run an offensive set right here, because if you can lure Lando under Grassy Terrain, actually, does offensive Heatran die to Lando under Grassy Terrain? I'll go ahead and run that calc after, but I think I do want to run a Timid Z Heatran anyway, just for the offensive pressure. I do want to keep it the pressure, of course, and I've run Modest Heatran before, and I hate that it's outsped by Jolly Bulu, so we're going to go ahead and run a Timid Z Heatran right here, and we're going to go ahead and run Firium Z, of course, for the maximum damage output. Make it a Magma Storm Trapper just to help get rid of Chansey and Toxapex, because those 2 Pokemon in particular give these guys a lot of trouble, especially if they are T-Spike / Toxic, so I really like that. We'll go ahead and run Earth Power, and then I think I'll go ahead and run Taunt and make this the rocker right here. So I really like the Timid Nature. As I said, it's able to go ahead and outspeed Jolly Tapu Bulu with the SD set, so that's very nice. And let's go ahead and put the 4 into, I guess we'll put it in Spadef right here because we're going to be able to tank hits from Tapu Lele just a bit better. Now the problem with this is offensive Heatran does not really take hits from Fairy and Psychic types well at all. Expect Psychic from Lele, I'm pretty sure 2 it KOs it, so we need to add a secondary Steel type later. I would also love some sort of momentum to get these breakers in. Like, right now I'm probably going to be hard switching them in, and I would love to have that not be an option if possible. So let's look at other potential Pokemon that we could add. I don't want to go with the Double Fire. I would love some sort of Scarfer and Hazard Control, so immediately Scarf Lando with the Defog comes to mind too. Mainly just for T-Specs. I really don't mind Rocks at all due to all the passive recovery Grassy Terrain will be providing us right here, so looking at Pokemon that I can add to Defog anyway, just for T-Specs purposes, Lando is an option. Kartana has a really good synergy with the Grassy Terrain, and I can go ahead and run a Scarf Defog set if that is what I want to do as well. Coco, of course, being another option, just running a more bulky Defog set is what I would probably do with the leftovers is mainly the main idea. Rocky Helmet Torn obviously is another good bet. What do I want to opt to run right here? I'm thinking Scarf Defog Kartana could be a good bet. Either that, or I run a different Scarfer with Defog, or I run Scarf Kartana with 4 attacks and add a different Defogger later. I don't want to spend the entire video trying to figure out what Defogger I want, so I'm going to go ahead and run Kartana right here, just because of the Grassy Terrain synergy. I'm going to go ahead and run a Jolly Nature, and then put the 4 in defense right here because the Spadef is really bad anyway. Run Scarf right here, and I think I'm just going to run 4 attacks. I don't think I want to make this my Defoggers, so we're going to go ahead and run a late game cleaner Kartana right here with the Leaf Blade, Sacred Sword, Smart Strike, and Knockoff. I love the 4 attacks variant because it gives you the maximum potential as a win condition late game, and it also allows you to go ahead and outspeed Pokemon like Scarf Keldeo, which if that does run HP Poison, can be a big threat to this team with just its water, and Ice Stab for Mega Sceptile. Well, not Ice Stab, but Icy Wind can go ahead and slow you down. So that's a really good option right here. Kartana being able to go ahead and check that. In terms of Pokemon that I want to continue adding, still no Volturn on the team, which is kind of scaring me because I don't see any of these Pokemon coming in safely without that momentum. So I definitely want to be a little bit more cautious right here. So I don't want to add double steal. I could just add double steal considering, as I said, well, I already have double steal, but this isn't going to take hits anyway, so maybe I should add another steel type. Triple steal would be like really whack though. I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to run triple steal. I think I'm going to go with either Celesteela or Assault Vest Magearna. Now, Magearna would provide me the Volt Switch momentum that I want. Celesteela would provide me with a more bulky pivot just for the special attacks, as well as more recovery, but the problem with that is Celesteela will not get Grassy Terrain recovery, I believe, while Magearna can get that passive recovery, so I think I will go ahead and run Assault Vest Magearna right here, just as a more special tank, because neither of these are really taking Psychic from Lele, and I don't want to get blown back by that, so I'm going to go ahead and run an AV Mag right here, with just max Spadaf, 248 in the HP stat right here, and then I guess I'll go ahead and put the 8 in defense, just because why not. Run a minus Speed Nature, because there's no reason to run Speed. I think I'll be running Iron Head, just because Shift Gear Magearna could be a threat too. If it is Fightinium Z, Heatran cannot take that on. Let's go ahead and run Iron Head, Volt Switch, Flare Cannon, and I think I may want to run Focus Blast, just for, I mean, Heatran's not a threat, as well as Ferrothorn's not that big of an issue here too. We have a Heatran of our own. Ferrothorn could be a problem. I feel like I go ahead and Power Fire. Is that the set that I want to run? I think I'll run Focus Blast just for Magnezone, because I don't want Kartana getting knocked off and then getting trapped or anything like that. Focus Blast could be really good tech. Obviously, I know it is an inconsistent move, but I think it's going to be our best bet right here now. How many Choice Mons do I have? I think I only have one, Scarf Kartana right here, so we have a lot of breaking potential already with between Sceptile and my Z Heatran right here, but I think I want a really hard hitter to round out this team, so I'm kind of debating what I want to do. Is there any super hard hitter that can also defog for us? I mean, Coco isn't actually that strong, to be honest. I don't think that's a good idea. I could go with, like, Banders and then just run defog on that. I mean, once again, the Grassy Terrain would be weakening on Earthquake, but I don't have to always click Earthquake. And even then, it's a choice band Landorus. Like, even under Grassy Terrain, its Earthquake is going to do insane amounts of damage. Are there any other options here before I get too ahead of myself right here? Because that's probably what I'm leaning towards right now. It would be a more fun option. I would also probably run a U-turn on it just to help out with the momentum again, but we shall see. I definitely want a defogger, that's what I know. We already have double steal. We basically have two Ash Gran checks with Magearna and Tapu Bulu. Protean Gran is looking like a big threat, especially if it's Groundium Z with a Gunk Shot. That set could be a really big issue. The only thing that actually checks that is Kartana, so Landorus would not really help out with that, which is kind of a problem. Kyurem Black would just add to my Rock's weakness, and we already have a Z-move user anyway in Heatran, so that's probably not what I should do right here either. I think I want to go Banders with Defog. Despite the fact that Protean Greninja looks like a huge threat right here, I definitely want to go ahead and try it out. Obviously, I can make set changes to the team while we are battling, but I want to see if this set can work right here. So I'm going to go ahead and run Earthquake, U-turn. I think I'll go ahead and run Knockoff, just because it is a choice band set after all. And then probably Explosion for the last move right here. No, I said I wanted to run Defog. Am I really going to forego Explosion on a choice band set? We're not going to run Knockoff. We're going to run Explosion, and then we're going to run Defog on this. You know what? I could just not run Knockoff here. What coverage do I see myself being more useful? Because Knockoff is mainly great against Blacephalon. I have a Heatran and a faster Mega Sceptile, but Blacephalon still could be a giant threat with Shadow Ball alone. So I think I forego maybe Smart Strike here and run the Knockoff set with Defog. Is that what I'm thinking? No, I'm just going to run 4 attacks and run Defog Lando. That's, I think, the best bet right here. A little bit indecisive, but I think that's what I want to do. I'm going to go ahead and run Bandorus with Defog. And I'm just going to go ahead and run Max Attack and Max Speed Jolly. Might as well, because we want as much speed potential as we can right here, as we can get. And I'll go ahead and run the 4 in defense. So, really unique Landorus set, honestly. I'm kind of looking forward to trying it out. I have used Choice Band Landorus in the past. Now, the one problem that I'm seeing with this team is the fact that we have 2 ground-type attacks with the Grassy Terrain, but ideally we can go ahead and time our terrain correctly to the point where that doesn't matter. We have EVs on everything right here, and I believe all the moves and abilities are correct, so let's go ahead and get right into the games. Alright, I have the first game right here. I'm not gonna lie, the only thing that's actually kind of scaring me on this team is the Reuniclus. Everything else doesn't really look like that much of a problem, besides maybe Protean Gren. As I said, that could be a thing. Obviously, it's still like 1:30 a.m. now, so I've recorded at really odd times in the past before, and ideally we can go ahead and go well this time. I've definitely had mixed situations in the past, but I think my best lead right here is Bandorus, and just try to pressure him early. I could explode on this right away and probably just 6-0 with Toxapex, and that's what I'm going to try to do right here. So let's get rid of that Zapdos, and then try to win with my Scarf Kartana. Did I say Toxapex? I meant Kartana, but I think I go probably Heatran here. He's going to go Tyranitar, I bet. I'm gonna go Heatran. I don't want him going Reuniclus and trying to set up right now. Ideally, it's not Scarf Greninja. That would be best case scenario because Kartana would actually have a chance then, but like I said, I'm also really weak to the Reuniclus, so I gotta be careful. I feel like he's going T-Tar, so maybe I should just go Cart. Greninja is another possible bring-in on his part. Tough scenario here, because if he goes T-Tar, I really want to go Bulu or Cart, but anything else would be kind of bad with those two Pokemon. Sceptile is another option, but then Scarf Gran with the Gunk Shot. I'm gonna go Magearna here, expecting Gran. Yeah, so we get the Gran, so that's really nice. So I got a Focus Blast here if I really want to do that. And I think he's going out into the Drill or T-Tar, so I'm gonna Focus Blast. Really good Peck Switch by my opponent. Now, unfortunately, my Defogger is dead, so that's kind of unfortunate, but I have 3 Steel types, so it might not be the biggest deal. I'll bring in this here, as I know T-Specs are going up. That's totally cool with me. I'll go ahead and get up my rocks now. And then probably blow something back with Firium Z is what I'm thinking. He could go T-Tar here, I guess. So if Kartana's the win con, okay, he lets me get rocks up, which is really cool. And, I mean, here I can just go ahead and Earth Power. Scald does a good amount. I'll go ahead and taunt this just to prevent it from recovering. And then follow this up with another Earth Power is what I'm thinking. And then I don't think that Magma Storm is actually going to do it, so I'm just going to go right for another Earth Power here, and he just gives me the Peck, so that's really cool. Best case is he goes Reuniclus and gets blown back by my Z move, but I think he's going to go, like, Drill to Spin or something like that. And unfortunately, that would actually be able to prevent my hazards, I think. Okay, what's my endgame here? I'm really worried about Reuniclus, as I said, but I think I have Kartana set up quite nicely. It could just be Battle Bond Gran, and I'm just worried over nothing right here, and I think that is what it is, to be honest. Maybe I'm overreacting over a Greninja that's not a threat at all, but we'll see. So goes Gran. I'm going to find out right now. I'm going to sack my Heatran just to find out what set this is. Nice, he is the Battle Bond set. That's exactly what I needed. Now let me just calc defensive Reuniclus against Kartana. Kartana, if I'm Choice Scarf, and he is a Reuniclus, how much is he taking? Would he get 2 at KO'd? You defensive Calm Mind. Wow, he takes absolutely nothing. That's kind of sad. Do I have another option then? I think I have to go Cart. I do have knockoff, so that could be a thing. And I think maybe SD Bulu can 1v1. I don't know what to think here. I'm going to go Kartana and just click Leaf Blade, I think. If anything, he'll sack his T-Tar, is what I'm thinking. So I'll go for Leaf Blade here. He stays in, which I don't get that play at all, because now I have to sack off another Pokemon just to beat this. At +1, what kind of damage am I doing now? I don't think an Iron Defense will save him. Oh, never mind, it will. This may be over. I'm going to go out into my Bulu here on the recover and start to SD up alongside him, but this may be a wrap. It might be a game of who crits first. If I can crit him before I go down to Poison, that would be great, but that's a really situational thing, so I don't know, we'll see right here, but I knew Reuniclus would be a huge threat. Maybe I should have just gone for the high crit ratio crit with my Cart. That probably would have been my best bet, to be honest. Right, Bulu, you want to come through? You have a lot of chances. Just do the Horn Leech recovery too. Okay, this is my last chance with Bulu right here. Let's see, can Bulu do it? Okay, Bulu could not do it. Kartana, can you do it? Leaf Blade. That did nothing, and that's going to be the game right there. Yeah, Reuniclus is just doing what Reuniclus does best, and I couldn't break through that. I even calced, maybe I should have gone for a knockoff and just recognized that if he stayed in with the Gran right there, I couldn't actually beat the Reuniclus, but I saw Reuniclus as a threat at preview, and it just managed to win the game right there. A little bit unfortunate, but I'll be right back with another game. Alright, I have the next game right here. Kind of a sad start getting stalled out by Reuniclus game 1, but that's totally okay. Let's go ahead and find out whether my Sceptile can OHKO a Lopunny with Leaf Storm, because if it can, that's definitely my lead. Lopunny, I feel like it'll live, just barely, like 82 to 90. It could kill, I guess, but I'm not going to go for that. I'm instead going to go ahead and lead off here with my... I'm thinking Kartana is a good lead, because he should have led Lopunny in my opinion. Ferrothorn is so obvious. I'm going to Leaf Blade. Salazzle, okay, yeah, so I should have made a call. This is probably looking toxic here. Do I care about Heatran taking a toxic? No. Okay, let's get an Heatran here. And I'm thinking maybe just get up my rocks. Goes for sub. I think I just Earth Power here. Is this sub protect toxic? Yeah, okay, it's sub protect toxic. I taunt it here definitely then. And then make sure that whenever I'm out of this situation, he's not behind a sub. That's the main thing. Alright, yeah, get rid of that. Earth Power now, so he can't actually do anything. And he's forced to knock me out here. He can't sub or protect right now, so that's all I really cared about, to be honest. I didn't really want anything else happening. I should have Z'd right there, but it's whatever. I'm going to go ahead and... I mean, Salazzle's weak now, so Kartana's looking a lot better with knockoff on its own. Yeah, I kind of want to get a Mega Sceptile here, but that's not the best play, I think. I think my optimal play is going Landorus. And perhaps exploding and just getting rid of this threat is a good idea. I think I'll try to do that here. Okay, so he goes for U-turn. I think that's probably Scarf then. Let's see what comes in. Okay, he gives me Porygon, which that was not really a threat, so smart play on his part. I'm assuming he would go back to Landorus here. I'm going to go Kartana. Salazzle comes back. Knockoff should do the job, I want to say. Even if it doesn't, that'll be kind of sad. We already saw his set, though, and the only thing he can actually touch me with is Sludge Wave. Probably Oko's me. I'm going to go for knockoff. It should kill. Nice, yeah. That thing's a paper bag. What comes in? I think Lopunny has to come in. Basically, like, what else kills me? Is it HP Fire on Pharaoh? Is it HP Fire on Lando? I want Sceptile to come in and clean this game up. That would be the best scenario because it would do a lot of work. Scarf Landorus is something that I'm worried about. But yeah, Lopunny has to come in here. My opponent has no choice. And I really don't need Magearna. Doubles to Gyarados, but this is okay because I prevent setup by going for Volt Switch. So he should just either switch out to Landorus here or maybe Ferrothorn. I'm going to go for Volt. Yeah, Landorus comes in. I'm not making the calls that I need to, but like I said, this Pokemon has no value to me, so I'm going to Flare Cannon here on the Earthquake and bring that into range of my Kartana, which is really valuable for the late game. So he'll Earthquake again. What this scenario allows me to do next is get in my Tapu Bulu. And I believe what I want to do with Tapu Bulu right here is go for a Swords Dance. And the reason I'm SDing is because it should be Z Gyarados, right? I can protect on the Z and then go from there, is what I'm thinking. So Ferrothorn comes in. I'll live a Gyro Ball no matter what. I can SD again. My opponent gets up rocks, which I think is a misplay. I'll go for Superpower here on perhaps a Landorus Sack, or I guess Sack Pharaoh. Gyarados has to come out. I think I always click Leaf Blade, Horn Leech here, because Kartana's going to win if he knocks me out. Yeah, sure, he can do that, but now I go Kartana. Grassy Train is up, and I just Leaf Blade sweep him now. So it looks like Sceptile's not coming out again, which is kind of lame, but yeah, this wins. I mean, Landorus is in range, I think. 11% dice to rocks. Lopunny cannot knock me out. This has to fake out, like, yeah, just died. That crit obviously did not matter, and then Landorus will die on entry. So Kartana picks up our first win for the live. Still no Sceptile action, which is kind of interesting, but I'll be right back with another game. Okay, so we were able to pretty nicely win the last game. Now, this matchup is just pretty terrible between Volcarona, Kyurem Black killing something on lead, and the Deontay just being a potential lead too. Those don't really help me out at all. I'm going to go ahead and lead off here with my Mag on Landorus lead. That's like the last lead I expected. I was expecting Deontay, Kyurem, or Pharaoh, but this could work out for him. I think I go Landorus always, just to keep Mag, but Landorus is kind of valid. I'm going to go Lando on the Earthquake, and I don't know, I feel like I U-turn here every time. If anything, Kyurem Black will come out on rocks. I don't really know why he stayed in, but I'll go Bulu here. Yeah, as he goes for Hidden Power Ice, crits me, which is a little bit lame, but that's fine, I guess. I'll Protect her on maybe a Z move. Did we see an item on this? Landorus never showed an item. No, it was a Rocky Helmet, yeah, so I can actually just pretty safely... I don't know, what's smart here? I'm trying to get a mid-ground right. I'm going to Horn Leech. Goes for that. Kyurem. Hard Volcarona. Alright, this thing's a threat. I gotta go hard Heatran. And just Z it. Do I live from defensive Landorus? I feel like I will. Landorus T. Actually, I outspeed defensive Lando, so I don't know. I have nothing to fear here. And just click my Z move. Yeah, I definitely outspeed defensive Landorus. I don't know why I was calcing that. Deontay comes in next. This thing is basically going for Stealth Rock, and Heatran did his job already. Unless he can't touch me with the Volcarona, which could actually be a scenario, so I think what I should actually do here is switch out. Actually, I can try to get up rocks, but he's not going to let me. I'm going to go Magearna here. As Diamond Storm comes out, that was like the last thing I expected, but I'm going to attempt a Volt Switch here on the Ferrothorn. That's really good for me. I think maybe Bandorus just comes out and clicks Earthquake. Yeah, nothing comes in on Landorus here. I'm just going to Earthquake it. Best case scenario is he goes Deontay. That takes so much. Yeah, and this is going to force out Kyurem after, so that's really nice. Kyurem has to come out here. I guess he could go Deontay too, or even Gran. Gran comes out. It is Protean. This gets outsped by everything and dies to everything, so I'm just going to Earthquake again, as my opponent decides that sacking another Pokemon is going to be their best play. Earthquake comes out right here. 80%. This thing is an absolute savage. I'm going to go right here for another Earthquake because, as I said, okay, he's like Modest Kyurem. Deontay comes out finally. I'm going to go for Leaf Blade here, as my opponent just opts to pick me off with Moonblast. I don't see a way that I don't lose to Volcarona. Because if I go Kartana here, I think I lose to Volcarona. Unless this +2 Smart Strike kill. Let's calc that. Kartana. Choice Scarf against Volk. Because Volcarona is not very physically bulky. Smart Strike would not do the damage that I need it to. That's against bulky Volk, though. And I feel like he's not bulky Volk based on the Kyurem being slower than my Landers. Volcarona, OU Quiver Dance. So Smart Strike would actually probably 2-hit KO him. 50 to 59. I'm going to go off that. Let's bring in Cart here. Hit him up with a Smart Strike. And then it probably comes down to Flame Body Burn on that one turn. Okay, so brings in Volk here. So this could have Roost, I guess. I think I Smart Strike again no matter what. As my opponent decides to double out and just forfeit the game right there. So I don't know what my opponent was trying to pivot around right there with, but it was able to go ahead and work out for us, which is pretty cool, and I'll be right back with another game. Alright, got the next game right here. We got some pretty standard Coco Lucha sort of thing going on right here. Unfortunately, we have another Unsceptile matchup because it dies to everything and goes Halucha's setup, but I'm going to lead off with this time because it's never hit the field and I want it to, so... Landers leads. I always live an attack. I'm going to hard predict that he's Scarf and go for Earthquake here, expecting a U-turn to Magearna. Wow, that was a really bad play on my part. I'm going to go ahead and Leaf Storm this time. And try to catch this. So he gives me the Landers. It was always Sash, so that's why he stayed in. And just explodes. So Mega Sceptile, unfortunately, has not done anything again, but I guess I got rid of Lando, which is cool. My opponent has Rocks up. I would imagine Coco. Maybe this is dual screens Coco then. I don't know. Would it be? I mean, Landers kind of fists everything now. I think I got to keep it at full health for Halucha specifically, just to take an Acrobatics and explode on that. So what can I actually bring out here that doesn't die to Medicham? I mean, I guess my Bulu can take one hit. I feel like Magearna is going to take one hit too. Can Magearna eat? Okay, I'm just going to assume he's going Coco here, is what I think. And go Cart. Yeah, this is definitely dual screens, I think, so... As important as Kartana is, I think I just Leaf Blade. It's a high crit ratio move. I'm like 90% confident this is. Okay, first of all, that's not offensive mag. I mean, that is offensive mag, I think. I go mag of my own here. Or actually, I can go Heatran. Yeah, I think Heatran's a better play. Just an Ice Beam. I force a kill now with my Z, which is all I really care about, so... I could also get up my Rocks. Let's force the kill here. I think he'll go hard Medi, just wanting to maintain pressure right here, and that's mainly why I'm doing this. And I think I use Magearna as my own Kartana check. Really surprised he left this in, but... Yeah, basically, he's going to go Medi after whatever I kill. Unless he goes hard Medi right now, which would be a very interesting play. But... I'm curious about what the cart is, too. Is it banned? I don't think it's SD... It could be SDZ, I guess. It could also just be Scarf Cleaner. In which case, Kartana Speed Ties are a thing. Gives me Magearna. He's definitely going out into his Medicham right here. Yeah, it hits the field. I have to keep Landers. I don't think I keep Tapu Bulu anymore. Actually, I can just check Heatran. What does Heatran do for me? It dies to everything. So I'm just going to go off his miss here. I mean, I'm going off the miss, but he's not going to miss, so... now I think what I have to do is bring out Cart just to damage him. Either that or Bulu. Now, Bulu will live in Ice Punch, is what I'm trying to say. I think I'd pull off that Mag Cart now. I mean, that Mag Calc. And see whether it can actually live a high jump kick. I don't think it will. Medicham. 86 to 101. I'm not risking that roll. I'm going to go Bulu here and get the damage that I need for my Kartana late game. And then go with that. So, yeah, just Horn Leech here. I always live Ice Punch, and I know I do, so. Then he'll have to go out into Halucha with screens up, is what I'm thinking he'll try to do. I will live that. Thankfully, he doesn't freeze me. I Horn Leech a ton of health back. No point in protecting because I won't get enough recovery, and he would just get more recovery after, so... He'll just Ice Punch again. I obviously go Kartana now. I think my best play is to click. Do you think he'll go Kartana here? I feel like he's definitely switching out. Sacred Sword is not going to do enough to this, is it? Kartana. It's not going to do enough, so what do I do here? I could knock off to be safe. I think I'll knock. I think he's going hard cart, and that's why I'm knocking here. Because if Coco comes out, I'd worse that knock off Light Clay, which is like not the worst scenario for me. So he just gives me Medi, which is fine. At least I prevent like a Leaf Blade mini sweep right now, which is kind of cool. He pretty much goes Coco here, like every time. And my play is always to go for knockoff to prevent as many screen turns as I can. As he goes for Hidden Power, that looks to be Ice. As I knocked off a Specs, interesting. I'm going to go Magearna here. Preserve this in case that Speed Tie ends up actually being a thing. As my opponent decides to go for Hidden Power Ice again. I think I Iron Head this. I believe Iron Head's my play. Or I could Flare Cannon, that's always an option, but then... Actually, I think Flare Cannon's the play. Okay, goes Kartana. This can't knock me out unless it's Sceptile-Mega Z, which I think I live anyway. So I'll go right here for Volt Switch. And then I'm going to bank on Kartana knocking out Coco, which I know it will. So it goes for Sacred Sword, as I'm able to Volt out of there. Now, here's the thing. If I go Landers, he has to go Coco on HB Ice. That's the thing. So I'm going to go Landers here. And... Actually, he can't go Coco, because won't the terrain go down the next turn? It might. I'm just too worried about Hawlucha, man. That thing's such a threat. Hawlucha comes out now. I always explode. And then I win with a Leaf Blade. Yep, and then Scarf Leaf Blade knocks out Coco, so... Yeah, I knew I had to keep Landers healthy the entire game just to beat the Coco. He tried to SD sweep me right there, and that's not going to work out for him. We know this was Specs, so... I'll go ahead and just drop a GG. This game is over, and we're able to go ahead and win that game. So Sceptile did something this game. It hit the field, but it unfortunately got the prediction wrong turn 1, and by it, I mean I did. So that's kind of unfortunate, but I'll be right back with another game. Alright, so I've pretty nicely managed to bounce back from that pretty tough Reuniclus game. We've gotten 3 wins in a row now. Kartana has definitely been the MVP. I'm going to try Sceptile as a lead again and see what he opts to do. Yeah, I expected something like this. So Protect would come out first, so I'll go for a Leaf Storm to force him out. I guess... Okay, he goes hard Bulu, which is going to take a lot. I was thinking about him not Mega Evolving, and I was going to cancel and calc that, but that takes a lot. I think my play here is to go Heatran. What would he... Actually, Heatran's too important. I think I go Magearna. No, I think I go Nah. Tough scenario. I think I'll just go Landers here and maybe try to explode on him. Deontay comes in again. I don't think he has HB Ice. I think under Grassy terrain, this will die. So I'm going to go for Earthquake here. And try to do some work. Best case scenario is he Mega Evolves. I don't think he'll go down if he doesn't Mega Evolve, which could be scarier, but we'll see right here. He does Mega Evolve, no HP Ice. This should knock him out under Grassy terrain. Yeah, get out of there. There's no way that was living. And that's a pretty big threat gone, to be honest. That was definitely a problem. Being able to... I mean, I guess I had good checks to it between Bulu and Magearna. And even Heatran, but... Obviously, Earth Power is a thing, and I'm pretty sure that Oko is offensive Heatran. Let's see what comes in next, because nothing really can come in here too free. Specs Coco would need HP Ice, or... I mean, maybe Z Dazzling Gleam would Oko me. But Bisharp cannot come in at all. The Jirachi could come in and probably live 1, maybe Icy Wind, or Thunder... I can't Thunder Wave this. Lottie is another potential bring-in, but... I feel like Lottie is not going to win him the game. I think my opponent's just calcing that damage right now to see whether I'm choice banned or not, because I think they're surprised that they went down under Grassy terrain. I'm pretty sure they expected to live that attack, so yeah, they go Lottie right here. Probably knows I'm banded by this point, so I have to make a play that does not allow me to lose to Calm Mind here. So I think my play is to go Magearna on a Bisharp double. Interesting Bisharp double. Now, I do have Focus Blast here. I'm not clicking that, though. That's a bad move, so I'm going to go for Volt Switch. As my opponent brings in what is definitely Z Celebrate Jirachi. So I can bring back Banders here. But then I'm going to get flinched down, like, obviously. So I think I just go Scarf Cart to be safe. Yeah, I'm going to go Cart here. And I'm thinking just click Knockoff. Best case scenario is they try to burn that Z now and just data 2 Knockoff. So that would be really nice. Worried about Bisharp. If Bisharp comes in after and starts to set up SDs, how can I beat that? Magearna's not going to get outspeed. Heatran could probably... Heatran's going to die to Sucker Punch. This won't outspeed. This will give it a Defiant boost. I don't think I can actually click the attack that I want to here, but I'm going to anyway. They go for Fire Punch. Okay. So I'm dead on entry, but I once again cannot knock off here because of Bisharp. Unless, how much am I actually doing to Bisharp with my knockoff? No, I'm not going to risk it. I don't want to get swept by Bisharp. That would be like really sad. I think I go Heatran on a Bisharp double. Okay, yeah, they tried to go Bisharp hard. I don't agree with that play, to be honest, but I mean, hey, I guess that works. I'll get up my rocks here on probably Lottie coming back in, is what I'm assuming is going to happen. And then when Lottie comes back in, I gotta figure out what I want to do against that. Because if I take the turn to taunt, they could surf me, but I could also prevent myself from getting Calm Mind swept on the spot. The problem with that is, my Kartana dies on entry here, so I need to defog just so I have that knockoff pressure against Lottie is I think what I need to do. What do I defog on? I could defog on Bulu with the Lando. I can maybe defog on Jirachi. So this double really worked out for me. Bulu comes out, interesting, but I'm probably gonna knock this out here then. I don't know why I got up rocks that turn then, because I was gonna probably try to do that anyway. Yeah, I always click Z here and just kick off the Bulu. So that's really nice. I'm looking at an end game right here with my Sceptile, but it requires me hitting Leaf Storms under grassy terrain, which is obviously very scary because my Leaf Storm accuracy is terrible. I use Scarf Superior so often, and I miss so many +6 Leaf Storms, but we'll figure it out. I think I can maybe go for a path here that doesn't require me hitting any attacks and maybe just sweeping with the Dragon Pulse. I think my opponent's going off of a miss. Can you not? Maybe? I have to Magma Storm here. Like, if he SDs up and I don't knock him out with Earth Power, that's game. Okay, I don't know why he tried to do that. That could have actually won late game. Brings this out next. I think just Earth Power it. Goes right for a U-turn. Lottie would come out here, which I'm going to taunt the Lottie. I don't want this thing being a problem. Best case scenario is it's just not Calm Mind. Like, that would be such a sigh of relief for me. I mean, I would sigh of relief is probably the more better phrasing right there. I'm curious as to what they're trying to do. I guess I might as well just sack off my Kartana now. Like, it's not coming back into the game, as my opponent opts to lock into Wild Charge. Probably Banded then, and Landers definitely lives in HBIs from physical Coco, so I think my play right here is just to, I think Explode, then go Sceptile and win with a couple attacks here. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to Explode here as Hard Lottie, which means Sceptile wins. Like, I guess Brave Bird could be a thing. I'm too worried about Iron Head. I can't let Heatran go down just for the possibility of Iron Head being a thing. Just due to the possibility of Iron Head being a thing. I think I go Heatran here. No, I can't let it take rocks now, I think. I think I always go Sceptile. Yeah, as my opponent will go Coco first. I just click Earthquake here. And I have to try to not get flinched down, like, he would need to flinch my Heatran probably 30 times, is what I'm thinking. That shouldn't make a difference because I always go Magearna, and I believe I just click Iron Head. I guess you could, in theory, bring this back in, but it's not going to sweep me late game. And if you take damage on Jirachi, that's even worse for you. Yeah, so he just stays in. He has to be Scarf Jirachi and flinch me down. Which, I guess it could happen. See the Iron Head? I guess he could be like not HB ground too, that could be a thing. Maybe sacking Sceptile was a mistake in case he's not Scarf. But we'll see. Scarf Coco is definitely a good tech on his part, but I don't see any scenario in which this thing beats me. If it's Celebrated right here, I don't think Volt Switch would kill. He can't kill my Heatran though, that's the thing, so I'm just going to Volt Switch out and just hope Heatran can actually get the job done. He's going to go ahead and disconnect. If he comes back, I'll go ahead and figure this out, but if not, I'll be right back with another game. Alright, so they came back and clicked Iron Head, so we're going to figure out whether we can break through flinches, which this couldn't. Hopefully Heatran can break through once. Although, I mean, I did have Earth Power, so that's cool, but he would need to flinch me so many times. I wish I was lefties, but let's figure this out. Can I break through once here? I doubt I will, but oh, I broke through first try, so that's very cool. I mean, Zen Headbutt has a pretty low flinch chance. We're able to go ahead and win that game right there, so he did, in fact, not have Scarf Jirachi on his team, and we're up to 1768 now, which is definitely very cool, and I'll be right back with another game. Alright, I have the next game right here. We're still on a win streak, which is definitely very cool, and this next game right here is going to be, I mean, I think Bandurus does a lot here, but I also think that Volcarona is just going to sweep me again, unless the guy is like the other dude who just threw it away for no reason, but we'll see. I think maybe Sceptile could be a nice lead against Landorus again. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Barrethorn leads. Okay, I'm going to Hidden Power Fire here because it will 2-hit KO. And I know he's trying to prioritize the rocks, so yeah, there's that. I'm just going to Hidden Power Fire again. Yeah, No reason not to. Hard Volcarona. Okay, so if he Quiver Dances, I need to Earthquake to make sure he's in range of Kartana, so that's my play here. Yeah, now he's in range of Kartana. Now what I think I do is I go Heatran. In case he's a Roost, I can maybe stall him out. He goes for Savage Spin out on that turn. I get to keep my Sceptile, and I don't think he can knock me out unless he's Hidden Power Ground here. So let's go ahead and pop off that Z move. He has Hidden Power Ground, which is a little bit sad. Now, basically what's going to happen is I need to try to not get burnt. So this is going to come out. I'm pretty sure it'll go Zapdos, preserving this, but maybe not. Stays in, and I don't get burnt. Nice. This is a win con for me now. So Tyranitar comes in. He knows I'm Scarf. I'm pretty sure this guy's just going to DD because he seems like he wants to win right away. Is kind of what I'm noticing right here. I think I go Landers and sack that off, maybe? No. Bulu is also another option. Bulu's not a bad option. I'll go Bulu. He goes for Pursuit and does 56%. That is a lot of damage. Okay, so Bulu is actually a really good win con for me. I think I double out here expecting... Will he Ice Punch here? That would be so bad if he Ice Punched. Okay, I think I'm going to double to Mag. No, I'm just going to Horn Leech it. If he Ice Punches here, that's fine. I just don't want him going back to Zap. I guess in theory, Superpower is not a bad play either, just to catch Ferrothorn. Because I don't want that coming in. Yeah, he goes Zap here. Okay, I don't get paralyzed, which is like really all I care about. I'll go Landers here on... I'll live in HBS, I think, so... That'll be a free Explosion, which is going to be very beneficial. He may Scout with the Rocky Helmet. I mean, he might Scout with Ferrothorn is what I'm thinking. For maybe Rocky MZ is what I was trying to say. Okay, Heat Wave's there. Okay, can I stay in here and just explode? He didn't see an item, so maybe he's going to Scout for Z. He doesn't Scout for Z. What is with all these people throwing away Zapdos against 3 grass types? Like, I don't get it, but I could still lose this because the Greninja, as I said at building the team, is just a giant problem. Here, I think I just go Sceptile. Yeah, it is Protean Grand. This thing's a problem to my team. Gonna go Magearna here every time. On a nice beam, okay. And I think my play is just a Focus Blast onto the Ferrothorn. I should be careful in case this is... Yeah, okay, Focus Blast into Ferrothorn. So I was thinking it might be Z-Dig, but he already showed Z-Move on Volcarona, so I don't actually have to fear a Z-Greninja here. It's definitely Scarf. Like, there's no way it's not Scarf. I'm gonna go Tapu Bulu here. I can't let this thing take any damage. A really smart U-turn. He's gonna get his Gren back in. Maybe T-Tar. I don't really see T-Tar benefiting him at all. It goes back to Gren. I guess I'll Protect to scout this move. And then just go off of that. Hidden Power Fire. Okay, so he's trying to catch my Magearna. So this is a free SD, I think. Oh, he's not locked in, and he froze me. Nice. Lovely. This thing would have won the game, I think. I Protect, and then I lived in... Actually, I wouldn't have lived the next one, so maybe not. But he's not locked in. He's not locked in, so maybe Sceptile just wins. I could also get swept by Lando. No, but I have a Scarf Kartana of my own to outspeed that. So all I need to do here is get in Kartana, and I win. Knowing that this is not Scarf, so... Yeah, just knock me out, dude. And let's go ahead and finish the game now. I don't think he can knock me out with anything. So let's hit him up with a Scarf Leaf Blade. Landorus would be the only thing that could come in after and live 1. And I think I switch out against that. Oh, that's a thing. That is a thing. Okay. What do I do then? I didn't take that into consideration at all. Okay, I think I choked. Maybe. Probably not. I think I still win. Okay, I'll Dragon Pulse there and knock that out. He's gonna go Landorus and U-turn for sure. And Tyranitar's still at full health. Actually, he just Pursuits here, I think, and that'll be it. I'm gonna Leaf Storm as he Pursuits. Oh, he choked for sure. Yeah, my opponent just choked the game away, I think. I Earthquake here. Okay, now I gotta figure this endgame out. He's definitely locking into Earthquake, so... Do I Leaf Storm and then try to live with Magearna, or do I just switch out and come back in and hope I kill? I think a Leaf Storm and... Magearna's not gonna live, right? That's the thing. Landers. Man, I can't believe he was Sash Gran. I can't believe I didn't take that into account at all. So Choice Scarf against Magearna. AV. Earthquake kills me. So which means my play is always to switch out and come back in. Yep, Earthquake comes out. And Leaf Storm is not going to kill this, and I think I lose, unfortunately. Gonna take another L here. Unless I crit. Or maybe this will actually take 2 for no reason. Yeah, that didn't kill. And so close, man. Yeah, I think I choked away the game by letting my Kartana go down to Sastrian, but it is what it is. He's able to go ahead and win that game. I'll drop a GG. Tough loss. I definitely played my endgame terribly. All I had to do was break Sash and Kartana swept, which is really stupid on my part, but that's okay. I'll be right back with one final game. Alright, so we got this guy again. I don't think he had a Rotom Wash last time, but yeah, this will be our last game right here. Ideally, we can end it off on a win. I'm keeping Heatran just for the Jirachi this game, and I'm thinking Kartana is going to be my win con, just like last time. Leaf Blade looks like a very nice sweep right here, so I'm pretty sure I should lead off with Sceptile on Rotom Wash. Now, I should Oko him, and even if I don't, I have Lightning Rod, so I can't take a T-Wave, so I'm going to go ahead and Leaf Storm here every time. You know what? I should just Dragon Pulse, because like I don't allow him to switch out ever. Let's Dragon Pulse here into perhaps a Lottie. Hard Jirachi is fine with me. I'm going to Earthquake this and make sure it's not a threat, put it in range of my cart, and that will be a very nice scenario. So really good double out on his part. Kind of obvious, but I mean, it's fine. Now, this could be Scarf. I'm going to go Magearna here on Coco. So we saw that this was a Wild Charge set last time. Landorus is too valuable. I don't really need this, to be honest. So he's going to go for Wild Charge. I'm going to go with Coco out into this. He goes for U-turn. Good play. He's playing me early game right here, but I think I can get out ahead in the long run. Okay, what's my win con? I know my Kartana's a win con. Brings out this. I'm gonna take this kill. That crit did not matter. It's Banded Landers. I don't care if it's a Rotom Wash, which is like meant to counter it. There's no way I'd live that. Unless I'm really overestimating Lando or underestimating the bulk, but I don't think I am. So he probably goes back to Coco here. For sure. So what am I gonna do about that? I feel like I go Magearna. Now Magearna's too valuable. Is Magearna too valuable? I mean, it could help check the Lottie. Bulu here is probably not a bad play either. He was Deontay, so that's like really nice for me. I couldn't have asked for anything better than that, honestly. That's how I'll put this. I think I SD up. Yeah, just to make sure if Lottie comes in, I 1v1 it. Now if Jirachi comes in on a hard switch, that would be annoying. Bisharp comes in. He needs to Iron Head flinch me here, and I will kill this thing with Superpower. Okay, there's the flinch. Okay, what can I do about that? It was a Life Orb. Knocks me out. Yikes. Okay, I'll bring out Cart here and just hit him up with a Sacred Sword. I think he'll sack this. And I can't risk Kartana Scarf. There's no way I can do that. I'll lose to Lottie and Deontay if I do that. Yeah, I'm not making plays, and it's probably going to cost me this last game. Okay, I can sweep with the Leaf Blade. I'm going to go Magearna here. I still have my Jirachi counter intact. I can definitely sweep with the Leaf Blade here, because he gave me damage on this. Bisharp's not bulky enough. Doubles to Bish, okay. Do I try to hit a Focus Blast? Do I just Volt Switch out again? I think I just Flare Cannon for the damage for Leaf Blade. Can I not? Like, I just need damage on this for my Leaf Blade, come on. Actually, I think this would go down at that percentage. Okay, nice, I got rid of Bisharp. I think Leaf Blade is really possible now. Because there's no way Coco's going to Oko me with a physical set, as we saw last time. Jirachi would be pressured by a lot. Goes Coco here. I guess just a Wild Charge. I mean, he's going to go for maybe U-turn. I'll Volt Switch out in case he U-turns for no reason. Maybe he'll Brave Bird, I don't know. He actually has Volt. Okay, that changes things a lot. Latios comes in. I think we've already seen that this is not a Choice Scarf set. No, it's probably... No, we see Scarf Coco. Would he really be Scarf on this? He's not going to be Scarf. I'm going to go Sceptile. And hit him up with a clean Dragon Pulse. And get rid of that Pokemon. So last Grass Resist besides Jirachi is gone. This I don't think kills me, so I'm going to Earthquake here. Really smart, but he's going to have to take damage on something. Yeah, I definitely agree with this play right there. Brings this out next. Takes too much. Earthquake should do the job again. And actually, I hope it doesn't, so Kartana just comes in and does its job. Okay, that was like... I don't know what to think about that play. Like, that was your last resist, Kartana. Okay. He has to Brave Bird here. I guess U-turn could work. Yeah, he does go for U-turn. And like I said, I go Kartana here. There's no world in which Coco knocks out this and a Heatran at full health, so I should win this game here. Like, Kartana will live Volt Switch because it's a physical Coco. I guess that could make a difference. My play is just to keep this alive, though, and go Heatran. And then that guarantees the win, basically. Yeah, and I guess, I mean, even if he's a Rock Polish or Power should knock him out. I go Evolves, I go Kartana here. I Leaf Blade. I guess if he has HP Fire, that would be a thing. Got HP Fire, man. He has a Volt, and that's not going to kill me. So we're able to go ahead and win that game. And yeah, I really was pretty annoyed about the flinch, like on Bisharp, and then I missed my Flare Cannon. Glad I was able to go ahead and get rid of that, though, and I definitely recognized Kartana as my win condition. We'll go ahead and end it off right there. Nice and 5-2 session. Really had a lot of fun with this team. It will be down below in the description in case you guys do want to try it out. And I'll see you all next time. Later.